Here's a real-life example on how to be even more effective in your attempts to get him to talk. It's the story of Sean and Nicole. Sean was always a quiet guy, and that was one of the things that Nicole loved about him. She found it irresistible and attractive. But after they'd been together for a while, she wanted more from him. Oftentimes during a silence, Nicole would ask him what he was thinking. He never gave her a satisfactory answer. Then she began begging him to talk to her. Now, he was hesitant at first, but at her encouragement, he began to open up. He offered up 2 or 3 sentences, and Nicole got so excited about getting closer. In her enthusiasm, she tried to get more information from him with lots of questions. Then, all of a sudden, Sean quit sharing. He was more withdrawn than ever, and Nicole was really confused. She kept asking him what was wrong, and he kept refusing to talk about it. He'd just shrug his shoulders and mumble, "Nothing's wrong." Now, Sean had a very different experience of their relationship. He really liked Nicole. When they first met, he loved her energy and her chatter. She was always ready to fill the silence, so he didn't have to worry about what to say. After they'd been together for a while, he wanted to tell her more about himself, but he felt like he could hardly get a word in edgewise. Nicole kept telling him she wanted to know what he was thinking, but it didn't seem like that to Sean. As soon as he would get a word out, Nicole would begin her critique. Nothing he said was right. It seemed like everything he said set her off in one way or another, so he gave up. He began dreading their time together and started thinking about breaking off the relationship. Question: what, if anything, do you think Nicole did wrong? Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, gives us some insight on this when he wrote, "If I were to summarize in one sentence the single most important principle I've learned in the field of interpersonal relations, it would be this: seek first to understand, then to be understood." This principle is the key to effective interpersonal communication. Nicole, like most people, wasn't listening with the intent to understand, but had been listening with the intent to reply. She hadn't been trying to gain a deeper understanding of Sean. She filtered everything he said through her own experience, reading her autobiography into his life. As soon as Sean had started talking, she already began formulating a response. She hadn't given him any space to really be in the relationship with her. She didn't understand him because she wasn't listening. She'd been way too busy formulating her reply. Question: use your powers of self-observation and take notice of your self-talk. That means what you're thinking or saying to yourself when others are talking. Are you silently evaluating the words of your friends and coworkers while they're still talking? If so, you're probably evaluating his too. Exercise. Practice on your friends. Listen until you're sure you understand the other person's point of view. That is, wait until you're sure you've heard the whole story before you offer your own thoughts and feelings. Take a moment to answer the questions and complete the exercise. In the next lesson, I'll tell you more about Sean and Nicole.